Overview of networking. This video introduces you to the basic fundamentals of networking. Networks could be just two computers connected by a cable in a home, or it could be 1,000 computers connected across the globe via phone lines or cables or even satellite links. The most common type of network, the server-based network, client-server model, is taken into consideration here. Networks also interconnect mainframe computers, printers, fax machine, etc. Lessons covered in this video: basics of networking. A network is typically used to exchange the information and resources between the devices. The networking process also involves designing, implementing, upgrading, managing, and working with network technologies. The main purpose of network is to share the data and can be used to enhance the overall performance of some applications by distributing the computation task to various computers on the network. Topic covered in this video are networking, work group model, peer-to-peer networks, domain model, server-based networks, network topologies, and types of servers. Networking. A network is a collection of multiple computers or other hardware devices that are connected together, either physically or logically, using special hardware and software for the exchange of information and resources. Advantage of networking: connectivity and communication, data sharing. Disadvantage of networking: setup cost, undesirable sharing, data security concerns. Network classification. A network is a series of points or nodes interconnected by communication paths. The nodes and points may be devices for single function, such as computer used for client application or router used for connecting networks. The whole purpose of any network is to enable two endpoints, networks, servers, routers, and so on to communicate with each other and transfer data. Networks are typically classified by the amount of geographical coverage, and there are four primary types: local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network, and campus area network. Local area network. A local area network is a group of systems associated in a relatively small area and is connected by common medium. It connects devices in a limited geographical area using one or more hubs or switches. LAN can also be interconnected within a building or a group of buildings to extend connectivity. Features of LAN. Resource sharing. The main workstation shares the resources, storage space, and network peripherals such as printers, CD-ROM, etc. Data security. Local area networks provide centralized control to access both the network and its resources. The data can be backed up in appropriate and reliable manner. Shared printers. Shared printing is a common example of sharing hardware over a LAN. A printer is attached to a single computer or on the network but is used by several systems. Metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network is the network which interconnects large computer networks in which two or more computers are connected across a campus or a city. This network uses wireless infrastructure or optical fiber connection to link their sites. The important features are: a MAN typically covers an area of between 5 to 50 km diameters. A MAN often acts as a high-speed network to allow sharing of resources. It is also used to provide a shared connection to other networks using a link to WAN. Because of single provider, it may be able to negotiate lower rates for higher bandwidth. Wide area network. Wide area network or provide network connectivity over large geographical areas like cities, states or even countries. WAN consists of two or more LANs in a network over a large geographical area. WAN technology usually functions at the lower three layers of OSI reference model: the physical layer, the data link layer and the network layer. The typical example of wide area network is Internet. Campus area network. A campus area network or corporate area network is a network made up of an interconnection of local area networks within a limited geographical area. A campus area network is larger than a local area network but smaller than a wide area network. Work group model, peer-to-peer networks. Peer-to-peer network is a type of network which links computers together for all practical purposes within the network. It is also called as workgroups. Peer-to-peer networks are generally limited to 10 or 15 nodes or even less on a single LAN, because each system has to maintain its own user accounts and other security settings. In a peer-to-peer network, each user administers their own computer. Each computer shares its resources, which includes files, printers, and other devices, which uses the resources found on other computers. Thus, a printer may be attached to a single computer on the network, but it is used by all the other systems. Advantages of peer-to-peer networks. It can be managed without the help of network administrator and plan their own security. Network is fast and cheap to set up and maintain. Individual systems are capable to back up copies of its data to other systems for security. It is the easiest type of network to build for both commercial as well as domestic purpose. Domain model server-based networks. In an environment with more than 10 users, a peer-to-peer networks may not be adequate. Therefore, most networks have dedicated servers. A dedicated server is one which functions only as a server and is not used as a client or a workstation. Hence, the server-based network have become the standard model for networking. Server. A server is a central system on a computer network which shares its resources but does not use the resources of other computers on the network. Client. Client is a computer that avails itself of the services provided by the server. A client is connected to a network and uses the resources of the server but doesn't share its resources with the other computers on the network. Advantages of server-based networks: sharing resources and security. Comparison between the network types. Peer-to-peer network, it is the best choice for 10 or fewer computers. Server-based network, limited only by server and network hardware. For security, security is established by the user of each computer in peer-to-peer network. Extensive and reliable resource and user security in server-based network. Individual users are responsible for their own administration in peer-to-peer network. Centrally located for network control require at least one knowledgeable administrator in server-based network. A network topology refers to the physical arrangement or the network's layout in which all the devices are interconnected to communicate on the network. It defines manner in which cables are arranged. The network topology is classified into two main categories: physical topology and logical topology. Physical topology of a network refers to the configuration of cables, computers, and other peripherals. Logical topologies are bound to the network protocol which direct the data transfer across the network. Bus topology is the cheapest, simplest, and the most common method of networking system, where multiple computers and network devices are connected in a single line using single cable. Features: all workstations connect to the same cable segment, commonly used for implementing Ethernet at 10 Mbps. The cable is terminated at each end. Wiring is normally done point to point. A faulty cable or workstation will take the entire LAN down. Two wires generally implemented using coaxial cable during the 1980s and early 90s. Advantages: easy to implement and extend. Well suited for temporary networks. Cheapest topology to implement. Failure of one station does not affect others. Small networks do not require high speeds. Disadvantages: difficult to administer or troubleshoot. Limited cable length and number of stations. Maintenance cost may be higher in the long run. Failure of one cable can disable the entire network. Large networks fail to pass signal with low speed. Ring topology. In a ring topology, all the systems are connected to one another, forming a large circle in a closed loop, so that each system is connected directly to other systems, one on either side of it. The data sent in the form of packet around the ring until it reaches the final destination. Advantages: data travel one direction at high speed of transmission of data. When using a coaxial cable to create a ring network, the service becomes much faster. Disadvantages: numerous connections to the other systems slow down the network activity. If one node fails, the rest of the network could also fail. Star topology. Star topology is one of the most common network setup where each system on a network is connected to a central hub or switch. The star topology uses an individual connection for each system to prevent the network failure. Data is transmitted from the main system through the hub to all the systems on the network. Advantages: easy to implement and extend even in large network. Well suited for temporary networks. The failure of a non-central node will not have major effect on the functionality of the network. Security can be implemented in hub or switch. Disadvantages: it has limited cable length and number of stations. Maintenance costs may be higher in the long run. Failure of the central node can disable the entire network. Network failure is due to breakdown of hub or switch. Mesh topology. Mesh topology is a type of wireless network setup where each of the system and network devices are interconnected with one another in a network for the data transmission. Hybrid topology. The hybrid topology combines multiple topologies into one large topology. The hybrid network is common in large wide area networks. The disadvantage of the hybrid topology is that the devices on one topology cannot be placed into another topology without some hardware changes. It has the following advantages. One company can combine the benefit of several different types of topologies. Workgroup efficiency and traffic can be customized. Types of servers. A server provides resources to the clients on the network. Servers are typically powerful computers that run the software that controls and maintains the network. Servers are usually specialized for a single purpose. There are some of the servers which are dedicated to perform a single task. Application servers, file servers, print servers, fax servers, web servers, chat servers, FTP servers, telnet servers, proxy servers, and mail servers. Conclusion: a network is a collection of multiple computers or other hardware devices that are connected together either physically or logically using special hardware and software for the exchange of information and resources. Networks are classified into two groups based on sharing the information: peer-to-peer networks and server-based networks. Peer-to-peer network computers act as both client and servers. In a peer-to-peer network, all computers are equal and they can either share or use resources on other computers. In server-based network, one or more computers act as a server and provide the resources to the network. The other computers are the client and use the resources provided by the server. Thank you for watching this video.